I think the manager's under extreme pressure. So what about United? Can they get a result this weekend?
Oh, well, they have to, don't they, Al? You know, nine defeats already is a really poor record. Any manager in charge of a club the size of United is going to be under pressure. But Luton at home is a must-win just to try and rebuild some confidence. I think they played quite well in midweek. It was one of their better performances in recent weeks. But once again, luck wasn't on their side. I'm not convinced that the Rashford sending off was a red card. You guys have played the game. I think most ex-professionals say that he didn't mean it and was unlucky to be sent off. That clearly has changed the complexion of the game because United were 2-0 up and cruising at that stage. I watched Luton against Liverpool last weekend. Very unlucky not to win that game. And I think of the three newly promoted sides, they're probably the best, and they've certainly got the most spirit, so this won't be easy for United.
No, so Jim Ratcliffe as well, he wants some answers. He wants to know how United have blown 1.4 billion in the transfer market. That's the back of the sun, Alex.
It's a brilliant question. As you know, I'm not a big fan of the Glazer owners at Manchester United. A lot of people will come back at me and say, listen, they've spent money. They have. I would point out it's not their own money. It's money that's generated by the football club, but they spent it poorly as well. Even the other night, you look at the options when Højlund's running on empty, and I think taking him off actually handed the initiative to Copenhagen. He brings on Mason Mount as a false number 9, as opposed to somebody like Anthony Martial, who's been there 9 years, hasn't scored 100 goals yet. And he's out of contract at the end of the season. They've got a decision to make there, United. They extend his contract just to try and protect his value, or do they cut their losses? Then you look at Casemiro, who's had a really disappointing season, and you ask the question, why did Real Madrid get rid of him in the first place? Same with Rafael Varane. So I think the sooner that Sir Jim Ratcliffe can get some kind of control and certainly take charge of that sporting side of the football club, the better, because they've got a lot of players, Manchester United, who simply aren't good enough.
Alex, I'm just looking after the Luton game. Newcastle away, Chelsea home, Bournemouth home. The first two are really difficult. Newcastle away and then Chelsea, who are improving. I fear for Ten Hag's future. I'm talking about in the new year. I think it could be gone.
Yeah, well, the message I was getting last week after that Newcastle debacle in the Cup was that, you know, there isn't any pressure at board level on Erik ten Hag, no immediate pressure anyway. Obviously, they're aware that results need to turn around. I don't think anything would happen with regards to the manager until Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes in. But if he does come in and he assesses the situation and decides to go in a different direction, which direction do you go in? Give me a name of a manager who can come in and have that uplift and take Manchester United back to where they belong. They're just not out there.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.